Hi guys, today we're going to show you how to extract the pole using the pole jacks. So to stop any manual handling issues, we need to use the crane to get the base plate off. To do that, we hook the sling on, take the tension on the sling, and now your dogman slides the base plate out as the operator takes the weight. So we've just slung it so it's on a centre of balance, and now we'll guide it into the pole. We slung it that way so the dogman doesn't have to lift any of the base plate, because the base plate weighs 33 kilos. All right, so to secure the base plate, so the base plate under pressure doesn't slide out from the base of the pole, we need to put the chain around and link them together. So we don't create any manual handling issues, we now need to lift the jack off with the crane. So we don't create any pinch points or crush injuries, communication now between the dogman and the operator needs to be effective. The operator needs a clear view of the job site. When you're ready, Coming down, Brett. Stop it there. Take a bit of weight. Whoa. Perfect. So what we need to do now is connect our top chain first to hold the weight. We don't want the chains super tight. So when we're attaching the chain, we need to make sure that this part of our link fits into this groove here, like that, so it doesn't slip out. So again, with the bottom chain, we need to make sure that the chain fits in snugly and that link is inside that groove. Now we have the jack attached to the pole. Before we attach the hydraulics to the jack, we need to support the pole. To do that, we support the top of the pole with the nippers and we sling the pole and attach it to the hook. This is where, again, communication needs to be effective between the dogman and the operator, so no one gets their fingers caught or hands caught in pinch points. So as we know, before we hook up hydraulic hoses, we need to give the ends a bit of a wipe, just so we've got no sand or dirt that can find its way back to the tank. So as you can see here, base plate is set up just flat on the ground. We may need to assess the ground conditions and make sure that we've got a big enough footprint that the jack's not going to sink into the ground. This part of the process, where we're starting to jack the pole out of the ground, is where communication between the dogman and the operator has to be effective. The process, all the crane operator does is supports the top of the pole, keeping that sling tensioned. The role of the dogman operating these controls is to jack the pole out. The jack is doing all the work, not the crane. To supply hydraulic oil to the jack, we need to divert the oil from the tamper by pulling that lever out. We then, with the truck running, the operator ready to go, communicating once again, is we then, to extend the cylinder, the jack cylinder, we push that lever in. To retract the lever, we pull it out. You all right? Yeah. Go. Give us some herbs. So once you've reached full extent of the jack, we then now need to reset it. We're now right to start lifting again. So just to recap on the video you've seen today, we need to make sure we conduct a full risk assessment. We need to make sure that we have good communication, or effective communication between the dogman and the operator. Use the crane wherever possible. Don't lift it by hand. Wherever the crane can lift something, use it. Make sure the jack is set up correctly. The jack is the only item of plant that's lifting that pole, pulling that pole out, I should say. Once the pole is out of the ground, then the crane takes over. For any more information, contact me at Technical Training.